It is that time of week once again, my creepy people. It is Challenge Rift time. This is Challenge Rift 123. It looks like the wizard class. Let's have a look, see what we are dealing with this week. Clicking on the soul mirror will reveal everything. It is a Legacy of Nightmares wizard. So Legacy of Nightmares, when you have these two rings equipped, if it's the only set item bonus that you have equipped, then every ancient item you have equipped increases your damage dealt by 750% and reduces your damage taken by 4%. Per ancient item, including the rings themselves. So this character either doesn't know that or just hasn't had enough time to roll ancient rings. So the actual set item rings themselves will add to the actual damage and damage decrease buffs percentage if they're ancient. So everything else here, let's have a look. It looks like it's ancient except for Squirt's necklace there. Everything else looks like it's in order. So you could definitely crank up the damage and damage reduction by another 3 there. So we're missing 3 ancients. And we're just going to get straight into the skills here. So we're using Magic Missile, Disintegrate, Teleport, Meteor, Magic Weapon, and Black Hole. Some of you are going to find this challenging. It is quite squishy. However, there is a very easy strategy and easy method to doing this. So right off the bat, when you click on the obelisk here and you enter your challenge rift, you want to activate your magic weapon here, like so. That should pretty much stay active for the entirety of the challenge rift. If you find that you're running out, you should definitely complete this within 10 minutes, otherwise you're going to fail. But if you die, for instance, it definitely, you'll have to reactivate it. So if you die in this challenge rift, it's okay. You can die once or twice. You can still complete it that way. Obviously, dying sucks. None of us want to die. But if you do, it'll deactivate. So reactivate it that way. If you don't die, it'll stay activated for the entirety of the set dungeon. And we're going to obviously clean this out by beating the time so we can get our juicy rewards. So it's squishy. You want to keep your distance from enemies. So once you have your magic weapon activated, you want to use your Meteor. Your Meteor is probably one of your primary damage dealers here, but you're going to see that it actually uses quite a lot of your arcane power. So I usually let off one per pack usually, and then I use Disintegrate to burn enemies down. However, they both use arcane power, so if you find yourself running low, you can just use your magic missile here, which does a bit of damage as well, as you can see, and it also gives you enough time to replenish your arcane power, and that way keep on using your Meteor and keep on using Disintegrate to burn down enemies all around you, like so. Just keep in mind though, pace yourself, don't spam either ability. Let off a Meteor or 2 when there's, packs around you. Disintegrate, keep moving. You got your teleport here for mobility, bit of speed increasing, and you can teleport twice in a row before you actually begin that cooldown, which is nice. And then just keep on using your Meteor, keeping your distance, and then disintegrating and burning them down like so. Like I said, just be wary of your arcane power and just manage that. If you're running out, just use your magic missile there. And that does quite a bit of damage too. Only if you have to. And of course, if you're doing well with arcane power and there's a lot of density, you've come across a dense pack and you're taking a bit of damage, then you can do a black hole just to suck enemies into that area and keep them off you if you really want to. But if you want to keep this basic, just activate your magic weapon, use your Meteor from a distance and disintegrate enemies down. Being careful not to spam those 2 abilities because you'll burn through your arcane power quite quickly if you do. Okay? That's it. It's easy as that. Very easy to do it out here with enemies that aren't attacking us or moving. So let's go on in there and actually do the challenge rift itself. I love you all. Thank you all for the support. I love you all. Happy Halloween. If you haven't subscribed, don't forget you can subscribe to show your support. Keep on coming back to visit your creepy damn uncle and click that notification bell so that way every time I upload a new video, you will be notified. Let's go. We are in and this is how we do it. This is how we do it. It's Friday night. We do it just like I explained outside. So we try and keep our distance to the best of our ability. Be careful for elemental damage on the floor. It can be quite a squishy character. It is a squishy character. And just keep an eye on your arcane power there. Definitely use your Meteor and your Disintegrate, but be careful not to spam the hell out of those two abilities because you can run out of your resource. There are some areas in this challenge rift that are quite dense and enemies come from all around you, so you kind of will be splurging a lot of your resource. But once we get to different areas or different floors where there's walls and it's not quite as open, where enemies can come around you from all different sides, then it becomes easier. You'll see what I'm talking about. Alright, we're heading. I'm going to do a sneaky little teleport there. And this is how we do it. Try and keep your distance. Don't forget you've got Squirt's necklace as well, so if you're keeping your distance and not taking damage, then you're doing more extra damage, additional damage. However, it's easier said than done because you do want to keep moving forward. Oh! Nearly teleported straight past my little orb there. It's kind of hard to avoid damage because there's so many walls and there's so many packs that enemies that come from all around you. It's a bit hard to avoid damage. And B, we want to keep on moving to try and complete this on time because it is a challenging time to beat, kind of. Not for me. I understand how it can be challenging for some people that aren't familiar with the wizard class. For me, I've played every class in the game several times, so it's not really an issue. I'm pretty much familiar with every build, every kind of strategy for every class in the game. Damage-wise, we're not going to struggle at all. It's just survivability here. We're pretty squishy, and there aren't any defensive skills here to sort of keep us alive at all. All we have is our health potion if we're taking a lot of damage. But that's all we do. Try and keep your distance. Use that Meteor and Disintegrate to finish off enemies, burn them down. And we're pulling ahead slowly. What the hell was that? Did you hear that? Alright. Concentration, baby. Heard some sort of noise in the background here, don't know what it was. And every now and then I like to let a black hole go. Or activate a black hole. And that kind of groups up enemies, sucks them into that area. Also keeps them off you, so it's good for a bit of survivability, damage reduction, whatever you want to call it, whatever your preferred name for it is. Alright. So, just going on through. I think it's the next floor. The next floor, we pretty much get this pylon that's our home run. It's all downhill from there, and if we're ahead of time, then we're definitely going to complete this. This pack is a bit annoying right here. See, I knew that was going to happen. I could feel it. Alright, it's alright. So, you can die. It's not too bad. Especially if you die this late and you're ahead of time. Like, you don't have to worry. Almost home free, ladies and gentlemen. Almost home free. Here's another elite pack here. And here's the next floor. So we're going well. Conduit pylon. Couldn't remember the name of it, but perfect timing because there's a couple of elite packs here early on. Got one there, yellow one. So we're nearly almost about to summon the Rift Guardian, and it's great because we're going to have the conduit ability, the conduit pylon power when the Rift Guardian pops, which is now. So 45 seconds. Be very careful with the Rift Guardian, though. You can really one-shot you. Oh man, I died, but I completed it, so that death doesn't really count. Okay, that's how it works. So Like I was trying to say, be very careful when you get to the Rift Guardian, because those abilities that he shoots out, those fireballs or balls of energy, if they hit you, they can pretty much one-shot you, just like they did there, but unfortunately, I killed him first. Unfortunately for him, that is, I meant. That is this week's Challenge Rift. That's how we do it. See you all in Season 19, baby. Not long now to go.